Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is going to be our presentation, our group, ReginaldRedux, for the Asset Development Project.
My name is Aaron Mosley. I am a character artist. This is my character that I have to showcase. His name is Dimitri. His whole idea is that he's this sort of horror-based character. It's a creepier spin on Roki characters, especially since this is a human as opposed to the actual monsters in the Roki game. He is a creepy, isolated, and insane Russian General World War II survivor who's been living in the forests in Roki for many, many years, and his sanity has sort of like withered away, and he's quite far from civilization. The influences that I used for this character are all based on Russian World War II aspects, such as Russian World War II gas mask, general uniforms, an oil lamp, and a couple of guns such as the TT-33 Tokarev pistol and the SVT Tokarev semi-automatic rifle with a sling, which was shown previously in the concept art. The progress so far has been limited, I will admit, but I have got the basic framework, the basic bulk of the character down, the most detailed area definitely being his mask, which has the eyes poked out and the little nozzle for the mask. This is a basic turntable, although the lighting is a little off. I apologize, I'm unfamiliar with turntables, I don't know why that's the case. I do plan on working on this very thoroughly to get the fine details down, or just any details down within the next couple of weeks. There's a very basic structure, but it can be improved, and I feel like I have a good idea of how to go about it.
My name is Flynn Rooney and I'm a character artist and modeler within my group ReginaldRedux. This is my character Joseph, who is a hunter within our project. His personality is courageous and intimidating, as both these personality traits are essential into becoming a hunter. His likes are hunting animals and trespassers, which is self-explanatory as is, and also looting animals for food and trespassers, and food and trespassers for money and goods. As you can see from the picture, this is my concept art of Joseph. I'm not the best artist, but I followed this image as a reference in creating my 3D model within Maya. So these were the reference images I followed while also creating my concept art and model. The first image is of a character within the gameway of the hunter. I chose this character to gain a concept of how a hunter would look within a game. I then got two images of actual hunters in a snowy landscape, as it is similar to the landscape in which our environment takes place in. And the final image is of the character Lars, who is in the game Roki. I used this as a reference image to ensure that my character fitted in with the style of Roki, which all accumulated with the creation of my concept art. Here's my progress so far on my model of Joseph. I am near complete and fully finishing my model, as the only other part I need to model is the hands for my character, which I will be progressing on to next. Then from there I will begin to texture my model, which will lead to resembling the art style of Roki. Once I complete the texturing, I will then tidy up my model and texturing to ensure that I have made the best model I possibly can before submission. I wish I was slightly further on with my model, but I will have the hands and texturing done as soon as I possibly can.
Hello, my name is Jordan Sloan and I am one of the environment artists for ReginaldRedux. For our environment influences, we settled on the idea of a World War II era Russian forest with a wooden cabin centered in it, where our characters are going to be mainly surrounding or being within. My main job was to work on the props that will be going inside the cabin. So I designed an old Russian coat hanger. I designed a hunter's axe that will be used as a storytelling prop that our character Joseph will be using. I also made books based upon actual Russian books from around the time. I also created the shell casings that will be scattered around the cabin from the rifle that Joseph will be using. And I also created, as you can see here, a bed as well. There's no colours on my props currently due to me not being able to have the time to do so, but that'll be my main focus for this week upcoming. And for my other props, I made an old Russian oil lamp that will be put in the cabin due to the lack of electricity out in the forest at the time. I also made a wardrobe here as well, based off an antique Russian wardrobe that I found from around 1940s. I also designed a filing cabinet that I found from the exact same time period, and I also created a bookshelf unit that I need to put the glass in. But apart from that, all my props just need colours, which I'll be designing within the next week or so.
Right then, Vincent Reed here again, and I was an environmental artist for the group ReginaldRedux, and here I'll introduce a few influential images I used to formulate an idea of what scene could look like. So here, the inside perspective of the hut, so like, you know, it's full of like images, well, no, I mean props and like textures within it, just to formulate a general idea of what the inside of the hut could look like. And then for the outside perspective, I've got like a snowy environment to the left here, and then the hut to the covered in forest to the right, and then a simple side perspective of the hut just above here. Then as for the props I made for the scene, I started with a cutlery set. I put it in the mug. So I decided to place these into the hut so that it makes it look like someone actually resides in here, like someone lives here. Like, you know, they're gonna have to have somewhere to place their food, so that's plate, they plate their food, and then a way to eat their food, so they use the cutlery, and then maybe they'll have a cup of tea or coffee on the side to in the mug to be able to go with that. Then as for the how they actually cook their food, which simply comes from what they hunt, these are the kind of stoves they used during the time the scene was steeped, which is in Russia during World War II, or at least during that era. And this is the kind of stoves they used. I can't remember the name of them, but this is what they used. So yeah. And then I placed I created a clock for the scene so that the hunter has a method to be able to actively tell the time at all times. This enables to better judge how to know when it would be best to go out on a hunt, but also know better judge how to know when it's to go back before it gets too dark. Yes. And then, of course, a hunter needs a weapon, so I created this hunting knife here to help him like deal with whatever he's hunting. And then I created this rug here just to add an extra layer of color and a coziness to the overall scene. And with that, that's the props I made. Thank you. Then for the actual environment itself, we haven't actually got everything brought together as of yet, but we've got a general like placeholders to where everything will go. So we've got well planned out, just haven't actually got it executed yet. But it's definitely in good progress. So yeah, we'll get it done, no problem. And then, of course, thank you very much for taking the time to watch our presentation. Thank you.